Okay, I'm back. How come when you look in the camera, it looks like you're looking to the side, but I'm looking... Anyway, these are going to be fun, and I am having fun, but it might cause me to drink because I had to shut off my phone and reboot it because my storage was full, so it kept shutting down. So to show you, a simple yo-yo might be in 3 parts. That's all I have to say. I am drinking my coffee. I went and put a shot of bourbon in here just so I could get through to the end of this. Okay, so did I tell you I don't know what I'm doing? I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to the video. So we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, this will be part 3. Here we go. Let's go downward so you can see my hands. Okay, now this won't even go down. Should I give up already? I don't know. Okay. Oh man. The whole thing came off the tripod. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up like this. Okay, while I had to shut down my phone, I did this part. So I do want to tell you that I do a double thread when I do the yo-yos because I don't want it to break, and I pull pretty hard. But the idea is once I got that snapped in, this is just a trick I do because sometimes it's hard to see where you stop and start, but can you see that 90 millimeter? And then on the other end, it actually, I think, says clover, if you can see that. Anyway, I pick one of those spots and I start, and then I go, okay, I'm gonna start in that little notch, that hole that's right by the 90. You can see my needle coming up. Then I know as I'm going around, because you can't always tell where you already went, when I come all the way around and I see that 90, I know that I'm coming to the end. So anyway, the idea is that you come up from the bottom. So I left a couple. So this little smiley here, you come up from the bottom, poke my pin through, pull it tight, and then you're going to go down through that other little part of the smiley. That way, can you see where the thread is going right through there? So that when you pop this off, the thread won't be sewn to the template. So I have a couple more to go. So this is my last one because I started to the other side of the 90. I don't think it tells you this in the directions, but when you get done, here's my ugly knot that I did. Between the one I started and the one I'm finishing, there's a space. And when I gather it, I don't like how that space looks. It gathers funny there. So what I do is I always finish coming up and finishing where I started. I'm trying to get past that knot there. So I'm going to come up where I started and come back down. That way there'll be a continuous string all the way around and I won't have that little space there. Okay, so here's the best part. We'll pop this out on that pretty fabric, and then that's what it looks like. I'm going to loosen this up. And then I'm going to hold it where my knot is. As I start pulling and it's starting to gather, this one's so big, it's almost like a little shower cap. I'm going to try to keep it turned the right way out until I get it. Isn't that a cute little pouch? Now I will say this, if you're working with fabric where you really want, you know, you're not going to end up seeing a whole, like if you use a big print, but if you have something where you want to see like more of that burgundy or something, you know, on the front, when you put it down, you want to make sure that the colors that you want to show are actually going to be, you know, on the edge of the template. Because once you bundle it up, you're not going to see this back side. So, do you see how nice and tight that is? So, if you're going to do some kind of old traditional yo-yo thing where, you know, they're sewn together and you're going to see the back, you don't want to do this. But my little trick is I pull it as tight as I want. This is a really long thread because this was such a big yo-yo. But I pull it to the back, you know, through the gathers to the back. And then I just do a little slip stitch and tie it off on itself. I don't know if that will get knotted because this is such a long thread. There. So let's say I wanted to then, here I'll use this because it's little. Let's say I wanted to, I don't know what I did with it. Okay, here it is. Let's say I wanted to sew this to this. You know, you can do the old